So hello guys, it's good to be back, and as promised I will finally do a tutorial on my origami RAYQUAZA. So the finished product should look like this. This is the first one I made, and this one I also made. This I didn't took that much time shaping it, I just wanted to test for the crease pattern. But yeah, so it's finally here, the tutorial. So some things first off, so I will be showing you how to fold it using the crease pattern, which you can find on my Flickr page. I'll put a link in the description so you can look at it. I recommend you print it so it's easier to follow. So yeah, if you're not comfortable folding crease patterns, maybe try something different. It's not a complex model, a complex crease pattern at all. So if you are comfortable, or just not, you don't have to be an advanced folder or really understand about crease patterns to fold this one. Plus I will help you. So yeah, regarding the paper, first off you have to use the same color on both sides of the paper, because otherwise your origami will be two different colors. Or you can just, what I did with this one was use white paper, I believe it was tracing paper, and then I just painted it all green. So you can also do that if you don't have a colored paper on the same side. So you can always paint at the end. I also recommend you use a paper that's approximately like 80 centimeters by 80 centimeters. It can be a little less. I believe this is a bit bigger than 80 centimeters, and this one is about 60 centimeters. So this is too small. This is a bit hard to shape the details. So I would say like 70-80 centimeters is good enough. Yeah, I guess that's it regarding the paper. So the grid that you have to do is 80 by 80. So diagonally, so 80 here, 80 here. So in order to do that, you first need to divide, or it's easier to first divide into 5 and then keep on dividing in two parts until you get to 80 divisions. So I can show you how to divide the paper in 5 here. So basically you have here, and you're going to fold in half, and you only need to make a crease actually. So I'll just make a crease here. Then you fold to that crease and make another crease. And I actually forgot, but you have to make the diagonals, obviously, because you're going to fold the grid diagonally. So make diagonals as well. So anyway, I know this was probably a very different summer than what most of us are used to. But hopefully everything worked out, and hopefully you stayed home practicing origami. There's no better time to do it than now. So yeah, so you have the diagonals and you have these two creases. So now you're going to make a line from this point to this corner here, and you don't need to crease it all, you just need to mark where it intersects with that diagonal. I'm just going to crease so it's easier, but you don't have to. Or you can maybe make a small crease. So yeah, so you have this line here, I'm just gonna crease this a little bit more. And now basically this, if you fold the paper like this is a fifth. So basically now you just fold the corner up and align it here. Like that. Maybe you see it better like this, I don't know. Maybe you do. So let me do it this side. Now you take this corner and fold to the crease you just made. And then again take the same corner and fold to the crease you just made. And last, you fold this corner to the last crease you made. So yeah, there you go. Now you have the paper divided into 5 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus this diagonal here. Now you have to do the same thing on this direction, and instead of actually like doing these lines again, so the middle and the quarter, so you have the crease here, you can actually just fold the paper like this up and align it with that intersection and then mark it on the other diagonal here. Okay. So now you have the same mark on both sides, and you can just do the same thing like this, and that will get you to a 5 by 5 diagonal grid. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's it for the tutorial. No, I'm kidding. So I've just finished my paper. I'll be filming in a different angle because the paper is way too big for me to be filming here. So yeah, any more recommendations? Let me think of. I don't think so. So yeah, print out the CP, have fun folding an 80 by 80 grid, take your time, and yeah, I guess, oh yeah, I forgot something. So what I'm going to be showing you is how to collapse. So I believe I will be doing this in 2 parts. So basically this video will be pre-creasing, so making all these lines, and then the second video will be collapsing. I don't think I will be doing a video on shaping because it's really easy to shape, and the hardest part is the head, but I already have a tutorial on it. I'll also post a link down below. But yeah, so let's get into it. Good luck. Okay, so my paper magically appeared here. So yeah, this is the paper that I will be using. Here's the first model I made in size comparison. So yeah, the paper is quite big. It doesn't have to be this big, but this is the sheet that I had. So yeah, so hopefully this angle works out. Let me know in the comments if you like this angle, or I mean I obviously prefer the other one, but this is all I can do. So what I'm gonna do is actually start by, so I have the CP here. I'm actually going to start by making the creases here on the head. So just pick any corner that you want and let's start. So basically we're now going to first fold these 2 lines. So one here, these 2. So in order to do that, you're going to actually make, so you have, okay, so this is the tip. So you have one intersection here, so you have this second line, and you're just going to fold like this. Okay, just fold a couple of units. It doesn't have to be a precise number because the line doesn't go all the way. Okay, so oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. Hopefully you still I'll make an annotation so you can still look into it. So basically, as you can see by the crease pattern, the model collapsing goes like mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, whatsoever. And when I was doing the grid, I actually fold it as it was supposed to be. So I always fold my grids like that, so mountain folding, mountain, valley, whatever. So it really helps if you actually fold the grid like that, because it's a lot easier to collapse. So I recommend you doing that. I'll make sure I have an annotation for that. So yeah, so we just made this line right here, so let's do the same thing on that side. So the model is symmetrical, so everything you do on one side, you do the same with the other. Yeah, by the way, I'm using tracing paper, which I believe is the paper I used to make the first model. It's not the ideal. I meant to use craft paper, but I didn't have it here. And the second one I showed is from craft, but yeah, it works as well. So now we have done. Okay, so now we have done these two lines. So do this. Now we're going to do these two. So this one and also this one. So again, you count from this one. You count another 2 down and do the same thing. So this one, it doesn't have to be all the way, so it can be a little bit smaller. Okay, I believe this is enough. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Okay, good. So now we're actually going to do once again the same thing. So now this line and this one. So, and they should actually intersect with the opposite side of the one you just made. So you made this line, now it intersects with this one. So basically the same thing. So you just count 2 down again and do the line. And so basically I'm going to do a line from this point to this one, and then a line from this point to this one right here. So let's do that. So basically it's 4 units, like that. Okay. Do the same on the other side. Okay, good. Now I believe we are done. So now we're going to make these 2 lines. Okay, so if you look up, so basically they're going to start from, let me hold the paper like this. So they're going to start from, you have this line right here, and then you have this intersection, which is this one, and then you go 2 more. So basically they're going to start from this point and the same thing on this side, so from this point, and then you're going to go all the way to the diagonal. So this is the diagonal and then one more. Okay, so basically you're going to make a line from this point all the way to the diagonal plus one more, so basically it would be here for me. Don't worry if you go like a little bit further, just to make sure that the crease is well lined up. Okay, so like this. So I made my crease up to the point, and now do the same thing on this side. Okay, so it's it. So it's if you done everything right, you should have like a small intersection here. And now we can also make these two lines here and here as well. So basically where those lines end. So one going like that, and another one going like that, and this one you can crease all the way. Now I know I'm making all of these mountain folds, but these lines don't have, as you can see by the crease, I don't know if you can really see it, but these lines don't have like a specific direction, on the contrary to these ones. So don't worry if you're doing this on the wrong side of the paper, because at this point there is no wrong side, only when you start collapsing that you have to pay attention to that. Okay. Okay, so now all we need left to pre-crease on the head is actually these bisector lines. So these ones, all these lines. So these are all bisectors. They're quite simple to fold, to actually pre-crease them. I'll just show you a few of them, and then you can do the rest by like looking at the crease pattern and figuring out which ones you have to do. So here, let's start here from the tip. So basically all you have to do is make these lines here. Okay, so to do these ones, for example, you take this edge and fold it to the diagonal. So let me do that. I don't like this paper because it's very easy to rip. That's why I'm being extra careful. But it's good enough for the tutorial, so yeah, so I just made one like that. Then you can do this one and then do the same here. It might help, I'll actually show you later. It might help to actually make some lines valley folds and another mountain fold. So for example, I need to make these ones. Maybe it's easier for me to actually, maybe it's easier for me to actually make a mountain fold here and just bring them together, or I can just turn them around since they're already mountain folds on this side. So basically, grab here, grab the diagonal, and just fold them together. So this should be pretty simple. Like that. And do the same thing on this side. Okay, so we have done this part here, so do the same here, here, another one there, and the same thing on this side. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this faster. So I've actually colored this part here, so it's easier. So basically everything from the head now it's done. There are some lines here that we didn't do, like these squares, but they actually belong to the grid. So if you did everything right, you should have something like this part right here. I've actually colored it like the CP, just so it's easier for me to explain it when collapsing. So pretty much now you can tell that you can actually flip the paper if you think it's upwards. For example, these 2 points here, so I know that the middle line is going to be a valley fold and then mountain fold, but actually on me the middle fold is a valley, but these two are also valley, and then it's mountain, then it's valley. So my paper is upside down, so I can just flip it, and then when precreasing all these lines, for example these parts here, I can precrease them in their place. So basically this one as a mountain, then this one as these two as a valley. So it just makes it easier for me to actually collapse it. So yeah, next we'll be doing the arms. Okay, so my camera's running out of battery, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so where we left off, the head was done. So now let's do this part here, which is going to be the arm, and also these two flaps here, which are going to be these flaps here. So all of these creases are going to be the flaps along the body. So yeah, as I was saying, if you folded the grid like I did, which means alternating between mountain fold and valley fold, so you should have, as you can see, it lines up. I don't know if you can see the color, but it lines up. So this is mountain valley, so it's already kind of pre-creased in that way, so it makes it easier. Also, it's easier for you to actually guide for the CP. So as you can see here, this point here has two mountain folds coming, which is this one, which is correct. And then we're actually going to do this bisector here. So basically let me actually get a pencil. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the fourth, which is also another mountain fold. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. So on this mountain fold, this one right here, you just do the bisector like this. So, you know, let's do that. Just crease it. You don't need to crease like a long line, just like this, it's good. If you want to have a reference, so you can actually see here. So you have this, oh sorry, just a second. Okay, so you have this mountain fold right here, which is, if you take a look, it's like the next mountain fold. So you have this line here, which is this one, and then you have a valley fold, and then you have the mountain fold. So basically this line right here will intersect, not exactly, but with the crease that you just did. So just for guidance, so let me just crease that mountain fold. Okay, so now we actually need to know like what's this point here, this point right here. So basically you can actually guide yourself again through this mountain fold that we just did. So we have this mountain fold, then we have the next one, and then we have the next one, which is here, the middle one, which is not part of the crease pattern, but it actually goes all the way here, and this is where the other bisector starts. So basically you have this mountain fold here, which is this one, then you have a mountain fold, and then you have the other mountain fold, this one, the second one, and which is this one right here. So you do a bisector again from that point. So let me just do that. Here I'm also making them valley folds because these creases don't have a particular orientation, so you can either make them valley fold or mountain fold. Okay, so now what you should have is actually something like this. So you have just two bisectors. So, and if you can see, their intersection is not in a crease. So you have to. So basically, they don't intersect in a crease in the grid point. So it's supposed to happen. So now what you're actually going to do is we have this line here, which goes zigzag and then goes all the way there. So let's do that. So this point, this line goes through that point. So basically, a line here. Okay, and I'll just do that. So you can actually crease it like almost all the way to the diagonal. Let me do that. So the intersection is here. So this line should also pass through the intersections on the grid, so you should just have so yes, through that intersection of the bisectors, and also just guide yourself by the grid. You actually only need to fold like one away from the diagonal, so in that case for me it's still this point here. Okay, like that. So that line is done. Now we can actually do, let's see here. Okay, so let's do this. So basically, as you can see, we have a small triangle here, and then you have this line here. So basically, this line, it's just basically this line is just a point from this line here, which is a grid line, and this one, which is another grid line, and the same thing with this one. So it's pretty simple. So in here you can actually see this grid line here. You just need to make a crease all the way to this point, and the same thing with this part here. So let me just make that. So in this case, if you want, as you can see, this line is a mountain fold, is a valley fold, sorry, so you can already do it as a valley fold, which I will do, just so it's easier to actually collapse after. Just make sure you intersect with the right points. Okay, that line, and also this line right here. So as you can see, it's not quite on the intersection of these two lines, okay? So it's a bit below, okay? And this one is actually a mountain fold. Okay, something like that. Okay, so now let's do, so I guess we can, so you can do this on the other side, but first let's actually do, oh yeah, I was mistaken. So this line was not supposed to be made, sorry. So as you can see, this line first has some breaks and then goes to the diagonal. So yeah, that was my bad. I'll make sure to leave a comment. So basically, so this line only goes up to, I believe it's here. So if you have a triangle with the bisectors, basically, so you have this triangle, right? It goes, this is the point of the triangle, so it goes one below, basically. I believe that's it. So yeah, another way to know is it goes all the way to this mountain fold, which is this line here on my case. So it adds up. So here you're actually going to make a line. So you actually, from here you're going to go like that, then like that, then like that, and then go all the way. So basically I need to make a line here, 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 and then go all the way to the diagonal. So let me do that. I'm actually also trying to make the lines on the orientation that they should be. Let me just confirm that this is correct. Yes, okay. So now from this point you go all the way. And you only need to go from here to one of the diagonals. So in my case it's this line. Okay, yeah, now it's correct. So you should have something like this. If you ignore this line, you have like, goes like that, and then goes like that. So what we can do now, let's see. Yeah, let's do this part here. So basically, the line you just made like goes one off the diagonal. So then you go like that, and then you go diagonal, and you do these 3 squares, and then you just come back around. So let's do that. So basically, from this point you just go like that, then straight. So this is quite simple. Maybe it's easier for you to actually do than for me to explain. So yeah, let's do that. Sorry. Okay, so you should have something like this. I'm not sure if you can see. What's the best way I can show you? See here. Okay, so yeah, this was the line we just made. Then we did this one, and then we did the 3 squares plus half of one, which is what we have here in this section. Yeah, and then from that, let me just put on the camera. And then from then you can make these lines here. So let's start from this point. So here, actually, let's make this mountain fold so we can see it better. This one right here. So it's right on where we stopped our last crease, this one. So basically this crease right here goes all the way to this line. So let's crease that line, which is this line here. Yeah, that line, and as you can see, this line also goes all the way to that line. So basically you start 1 unit after the bisector, so it would be on mountain folds, so you have 2 mountain folds here, valley folds, so it should be here on my paper. So here's the bisector, so it should be on this, so like that, all the way to this mountain fold. So let me actually mark on the paper where it should stop, so it's easier. You can also do that. I do it several times when I'm folding crease patterns, so don't worry about leaving a mark on your crease pattern. On your paper, it most likely won't be seen. But don't draw like I did, unless you're test folding, because this will be visible. Okay, so this line right here, the one we just made, and now if you look at the crease pattern, you have that same pattern. So it goes one down, then it goes, okay, so it goes one to this side, then two to that side, and then again one to that side, and then you should intersect with this point here. So if everything goes well, it should match here. Okay, so let's do that. On these small creases, I'm not too worried on making them in the right orientation, just because I know that this won't be hard to collapse. But there are some parts in which I will actually make them in the right orientation, so it's easier. Okay, just like that. So let me show you again if I can. So you should have something like this here, okay? And this part can be really that. So you have like that, then you have the three squares plus the half one, and then this point goes all the way here and there, okay? Hopefully you also have like that. Oops. Okay, so now, yeah, this part you can do. So I'm just gonna do like this side, all of this side, like all of this part now, and then you have to do the exact same thing on that side. So it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm just gonna show you on one side. And so yeah, now this part right here. Let me actually show you how to do it. So what you're going to do first is actually make these mountain folds in this valley, and also this mountain and valley. So we already know that this mountain is not this one, not the next, but the next after that. So here my paper is this one, and I'm just gonna fold it like that, and then I'm gonna go with this line right here, and fold it up. Okay, just like that. Just crease them. We'll unfold them right after, but just so you have some reference points. Okay, so now you can actually unfold just a little bit. So yeah, now, so let's see. We'll start off. So these again are all these are not exactly bisectors, but yeah, it's actually easy to explain. So basically, let's start off from this point. So if you count on from this point here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a mountain fold, so you should have, so from this point here on my paper, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this point, let me just mark it. This point right here is going to be this one. So now in order to make these lines, they are very simple to make. So this one is actually just 2 on that direction and 1 on that direction. So basically it would be a line like that. Let me just actually draw it so you can see it. So it would be a line like that, and then to the other side the same thing. I can actually draw them here. So this one, it would be 2 on this direction, then 1 to the side, this one as well. So it's looking like this now. And then you have these 2 lines, which, let me actually see if I can. So yeah, these are easier. These, let's not collapse these ones, because this will come in place once we, let's not pre-crease, this will come in place once we start pre-creasing them. So basically let's crease these lines, this 1, 2, then these 2 mountain folds. So if it helps, you can make a small pencil and annotation so you know where to crease. And I'm gonna do this one as mountain as valley. Okay, so you should have something like this. Hopefully you can see it. So what you're gonna do now, so don't bother folding these ones and these small, they will come in place once we start collapsing. So let's do on these ones right here. So basically you have this point, which is this one. So you just go 1, 2, and then you have this point, then you just do the same thing. So basically 1, 2, and now from here I'm just gonna draw them again. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing. And honestly, the crease pattern is almost done. I will show you like the reference points for all the remaining flaps, but then you just have to do like this shape on, so a lot more times, many more times, but yeah, you just okay. So now you should have something like this, okay? Which is this part right here. And now you just have, this shape is going to be repeated a lot throughout the origami. You just have to pay attention because some of them are actually reversed. So as you can, I'll show you I'll show you once we get there, but as you can see here, these lines here are valley folds, while these ones here are mountains, and this one's the other way. So yeah, so basically what you did here, you can actually do the same thing on this side. So all of this stuff, this part and these lines here, and I'll talk to you once I'm done. I'll just do that a little bit faster, and then we can start working on this and the tail. And yeah, so let me do that faster. Okay, so if you've done everything correctly, you should have something like this now. Next up, we'll focus on making this part. So again, I'll probably just show you one and tell you where the others are, and the tail as well. So yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is what are the reference points for each of these flaps. I'm not going to fold them because it's pretty much the same thing we did here. So I'm just going to show you like how to get here and here, there, and then you just do the same thing you did before. So first off, let's get these parts. So again, it's easier like we did here to actually fold these two, so the mountain folds in the two valleys. So here the same thing. So here the mountain fold goes to this point here, okay, and this one as well. So it's this one right here. In case you wanna count from this diagonal here, so it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then also do this one, so mountain fold here, and then do this one as well. Okay. So what you have to do is, if you take a closer look, so from this point here, so the mountain fold you just did, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So basically, on this mountain fold, you're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me just mark it. And now you have this point right here. So basically you can do the same thing that you did here, and to get to this line you just have to, so basically these are 4 units here, and then just skip one and do the same thing. So it's pretty straightforward. And then to get to this point you just count from here 2 units and you get there. So as I was saying, here you need to take a closer look and actually fold the lines. I recommend you fold the lines with the orientation that they appear here, because here you can see these lines are valley but these ones are not, and here these ones are valley but these ones are mountain. So just take a so for example here this is a mountain fold, right? This is already made, this is from the grid, but here is a valley fold. So this is simply because, so the ones that we just, these ones right here, these 4 are these 4 here. So the reason some are different is because if you actually look at it like on the top view, imagine if it was on a straight line, so 2 of them are actually on the top and 2 are on the bottom, and then you just kind of open them up. But yeah, that's the reason some of them have different orientations. So some of them, so this one is going to be on the bottom, this is going to be on the top. So yeah, now in order to get to this one, so yeah, you can do the same thing here, then repeat the same on this side. So in order to get to this one, so you have this small line here, then you're going to have another one here, and then you're going to do a mountain fold on the next one. Okay. Let me actually see if I can get it a little bit closer. And now what you're going to do is from this point, so the mountain fold just did an intersection with this line, so you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so basically from 1, 2, 3, 4, so this point right here. So now again you're just going to make the same thing that you did here. So these ones, these 4 are exactly the same as these 4, and which are exactly the same as these 4, and these ones are just symmetrically along the middle line. So now in order to get to this one, so the reference point is a bit odd. So basically if you go to this point here and you count 15 divisions, you get to this. So I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of, so I can just actually let me flip the paper. It's easier. Okay, yeah, perfect. So basically now the paper is like that. So I'm gonna count 15 divisions from this point, and it should reach here. So basically 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is the mountain fold. So the mountain fold that I just did was this one right here, and then the valley fold. So now from this point I'm just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly. So now you just do, guess what? Yeah, you guessed it, you just do the exact same thing. Okay, so pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna fold it now, I'll fold it later off camera. So yeah, I'll show you the end result after. So let's actually now fold the pre-creased tail. Okay, so first things first, we're actually gonna do these bisectors here. Okay, these two. So you just bring this edge to the diagonal. You don't need to make a long crease. Okay, that's better. Okay, now let me see. So you're gonna do just a sec. Okay. So basically now what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a line. Okay, we're gonna make a line from this point, from this point all the way here. So this line is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the 5th line from the diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, sorry, never mind. That line, this line already exists. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each is this line. And now you're going to make this bisector here. Okay. Let me just check that everything. Yeah. Seems right. Okay, so now actually just fold this edge to this crease. And the same thing on the other side. Okay, good. You should have something like this. Now what we need to do is these lines here. So basically we can start off from this point here, so which is the intersection of the diagonal with this mountain fold that we just made. So we're just gonna go from that point one division up and then straight down. So it should intersect here with the bisectors. So yes, it's here. Let me crease and I will show you after. Okay, so this line, as you can see, it crosses here the two bisectors. Now do the same thing on the other side. Good, and now, sorry. And now all we need to do is these two lines here. So you can just crease them all the way. I know they don't really camera focus. Okay, I know they don't really intersect here, but don't worry, you can just crease them all the way. Okay, so I guess in terms of pre-creasing, that's it. Hopefully you can get everything done. Hopefully, I know I didn't explain like these parts, but trust me, they're the same as here. I bet you can do this on your own. So I guess I'll just show you what I have once I'm done, and yeah, good luck. Okay, so here is the crease pattern, fully creased. I actually want to make a small verification. Hopefully I added a note, but previously I actually said that, I don't know why, so I actually said that this point here was actually 4 away from this, but from this line, this intersection, but it's actually not, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I counted 4, but when I was pre-creasing this I actually noticed it, and hopefully I will add a note when I'm doing this. But yeah, just wanted to say that so you can make sure that you also have like this. So before we move on, I actually advise you to make sure that you have everything corrected if you are new to crease patterns. So for example, make sure that these 2 points are 4 units apart. You can actually count the units here. So the things that are easily discovered, you can actually make sure that they line up. But yeah, hopefully you could crease the crease pattern. Next video I will show you how to collapse it, but it's really simple. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.